with TikTok being banned, Etsy randomly closing people's shops, and even my former network marketing company terminating thousands of people's livelihoods, it got me thinking, if I had to start over in business, what would I do differently? Truthfully, I did a lot of silly and somewhat legally risky things when I started my first business 7 years ago. But 3 mistakes in particular really stick out that I always warn my clients not to repeat, especially the last one I'm going to share with you in this video. So grab yourself a cup of coffee or tea, get nice and cozy, and let's learn from my 3 biggest mistakes so that way you don't repeat them and can hopefully grow your small business a lot faster than I did. The first thing I would do differently if I had to start over in business today would be to diversify my income streams. Let's flash back to 2017. I was 21 years old and just started my first business with a network marketing company. Now, before you judge me, there's no need to, because I've done enough of that myself the past couple of years since leaving that business and starting over on my own. But it did teach me a very valuable lesson. Do not put all of your eggs in one basket. At that time, I was just selling one product, a year-long digital subscription, meaning I was only getting paid once per client per year. So every month I was hustling and sending hundreds of cold pitch DMs, which I would not recommend that as a marketing strategy, but I was trying to bring more customers in order to keep that income stream afloat. And I very quickly began resenting that business, burning myself out, and gave up on it entirely. So when I started over in 2021 with my own coaching business, I decided to learn from my mistake very quickly and diversified my income streams from day one. At first, it just looked like one-on-one coaching and a couple digital products like courses and ebooks. But now I've expanded it to reoccurring revenue options like my Business Besties membership, affiliate marketing, collaboration deals. I have 8 different streams of income, so that way if any of them ever start to dwindle or disappear entirely, like people see happen with their Etsy shops or TikTok being banned, I don't have to worry because I have other streams bringing money in constantly, giving me a sustainable income, way less stress, and also a lot more spaciousness in my schedule because I'm no longer selling my time for money and have some passive offers that people can get without having to go through me directly. If you're curious how you can start adding these income streams to your business as well, this video dives deep into all 8 that I use in mine, as well as how much I earn in each and how you can start some of them today. So make sure to watch that next after you're done with this video. But before we can start creating other income streams and selling them through your business, we need to learn from my second mistake and what I wish I did differently. Focus on building your community before building your business. As I said in the first mistake, I sent a lot of cold pitch DMs every single day. And while I got a couple customers and had a fairly good conversion rate, I also got a lot of angry responses. I got ghosted a lot. I got blocked and even reported sometimes. And honestly, I think it's still hurting my Instagram reach to this day, 7 years later. So instead of cold pitch marketing and making everything a numbers game, instead I focus on attraction marketing and creating content for my dream client to help them connect with me on a personal level. If you head over to my Instagram, you'll see a lot of this. I share quotes, memes, my mission statement, my values, my beliefs. I share so much more than just my products and services because what I want is for them to know, like, and trust me. So that way, when I do launch a new product or service, they already know that I am the coach for them and that they probably want in on whatever I just created. And if you're not sure how to create this community vibe in your own business, this Instagram post I recently shared has a bunch of different content ideas and also prompts so that way your community can start to know, like, and trust you as a person and get excited to support your small business. And now for the third thing I would do differently, my biggest, riskiest mistake that I wish I could tell every single entrepreneur before they even come up with the idea for their first product, you need to do this. Get legal protection. Now, I'm not saying you need a lawyer or anything fancy, but at the very least, filing for an LLC and getting a few contracts in place to protect your personal assets. Truthfully, I did not do this for the first few years of my business, and I was playing with fire. Because if anybody ever had a problem with a product or service and wanted to sue me, they would have been suing me, meaning my house, my car, my life savings, my investments were all at risk. Now, though, that I have an LLC, I kind of created some separation between Tara Simone and magically Tara Simone, my business. So if somebody were to ever have an issue, they're now suing my company, and my house, my car, my life savings are protected. And this is a fairly simple thing to do. All you have to do is look up LLC filing for your state, and there should be a website that pops up with .gov. And usually you pay $100, $200 fee, put in some information, and it's that simple. Taking it one step further, once you file your LLC and get that squared away, I would recommend writing up some contracts and terms and conditions. Now, there are some templates online and you could just copy and paste them from somebody else's website, but I would not recommend that. I would hire a lawyer. And luckily, there are some small business lawyers that provide this service for relatively cheap because it's just a basic general contract to protect yourself and something that you can put on your website or send to clients before working with you. And the last legal thing I would recommend, which this isn't really a legal thing, but it will make your life easier at tax time, would be creating a separate bank account for your business. That way you know how much money is coming in, how much money you're paying yourself each month, all of your expenses are going to one place, and when tax season runs around, you have everything in one account and it's not all mixed in with your personal expenses and income. And I will also say this helps you feel really legit. Having an LLC, your business name on a credit card, getting to pay yourself from that business bank account, it helps you feel like the CEO you want to become. And again, gives you a lot less stress when legal things arise or tax season. So if you don't do anything else from this video, please at least take this tip. Research how to file for an LLC in your state. Look into opening a separate bank account and Google a couple small business lawyers so that way you can protect yourself, and then do all these other things like building passive income in your community, and your business can thrive now that it has this firm legal foundation. Okay, now it is your turn. Down in the comments, tell me one thing you would do differently if you had to start over your business today. Maybe we can learn from one another and hopefully prevent somebody else from making the same silly mistakes. And also, while you're down there, make sure to subscribe so you don't miss future videos and tips to help you grow your small business while living a slow life. And if you'd like to watch that video I mentioned earlier with 8 different income streams to start in your small business, I'll leave it right here for you.